welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Please welcome your 2026 Philadelphia Eagles. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. The Pro Bowler Brandon Aubrey has us set. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 to Devian Clowney there in run support.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Man in motion is Brown. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. Devontae Turpin to return for the Cowboys. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Cowboys come out, and they are led out by Dak Prescott, as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, 3-time Pro Bowler, who is now 32 years old.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On 3rd down, Prescott. This pass right side, caught by Lamb. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Eagles offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Hurts going to hold on to this one. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 15-yard pickup there. Good for an Eagles first down.
When you're defending Jalen Hurts, Mike, the challenge is not only do you have to try to take away all the weapons at his disposal, but you have to account for him as a runner. And in this case, that's exactly what the offense dials up, and you can see why.
He finds Jahan Dotson. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. They get 20 on the connection. First down, Philadelphia.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons, he can spread the ball out and find the open space.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
It is 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Off he goes. And he'll take this one in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles.
They think back to their first possession of this game, like it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. We'll go play action. It's Prescott. Catch is made. That is Schoonmaker. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
3rd and 5. So, we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. And we're back in Philly in a moment. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football as they come up to face 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap for Prescott. And that is incomplete. Jake Ferguson was the intended target. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Eagles offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick 1st down.
Eagles, 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, like it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
A 1st down throw for Hurts. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25.
43 yards.
It is a big play for the Eagles to gain a 43 yards.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
He'll step up and run, and he's going to slide down with the 1st down inside the 5. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. That is 2nd touchdown tonight. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles move out on top, 14-0. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Devontae Turpin on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Prescott. He'll get back to Javonte Williams. And he won't get away. Good open tackle there to get him down behind the line.
I think This play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit. Mike, there was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
Here's Brian Anger now as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punch it away. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter, looking to run away with this one before halftime. Now Hurts going to call his own number. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense, and I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
On 2nd down, Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Man in motion is Smith. We're trying to pick this up with a pop pass. Hurts finding Smith and an Eagle. First down.
A gain of 19 yards. And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The middle with Barkley. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for an Eagles first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
So the Eagles will use their first timeout here as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Cowboys' 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. He takes off. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number one. Still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. Hurts will work here from the pistol. And this time the rush gets home, and down he goes. Kenny Clark, he gets in to drop in. It's a loss of 8. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Elliott now to try the field goal. This one will be from 37 yards out. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock. They don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Prescott on first down. He's going to look for the home run ball. Oh, that's a pinballing around, and it's hauled in. And a critical tackle there. They're getting close to scoring. Instead, they get nothing. Time has run out. This first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Dak gonna run with it himself. And he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's gonna bring up third down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Prescott from the gun on third down. And he is very close to the first down, but eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Project, this is what you want.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. To the outside, catch made by Brown. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. And a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down. This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 5. Play action. Here's Hurts. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. 3rd down coming up.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. That's complete. Tight end got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
50-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To throw is Hurts. He'll step up and run this. A big play there on the scramble. A pickup of 44 yards.
44 yards. That's another Eagles 1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
That's about as electric as it gets for the quarterback position. There's just frankly not a lot of guys in the league that are capable of making such a play. You could see when he turned into a runner, there was an extra gear in there, and when he was all said and done, he sets up 1st down.
And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
That's right side. He's got Calcaterra. And he's so close to the goal line. Couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up 3rd and goal. Here's Hurts. That one taken in. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage. Great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone because, as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
PAT. He's got it. And the Eagles are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. First down, Prescott. And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there. As time has expired, the third quarter has come to an end. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
On 3rd down, Prescott. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. That is Jalen Carter, the Georgia product, barreling in for the sack.
And there was nothing exotic about that. I mean, they were just able to generate pressure without having to bring an extra rusher. And this offense now finds themselves staring at 4th down as a result.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. From the shotgun, it's Dak. This is caught. He's got a long way to go. And he's going to be stopped well short of the marker. That one never had a chance. They turn it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Good idea there to cover up at the end. He's able to use his legs and pick up 8.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
On 4th down, here comes Jake Elliott for the Philadelphia field goal. This one from 39 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Eagles will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Cowboys offense about ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Pistol now for Prescott. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. This one caught by CeeDee Lamb. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down.
We had a chance to sit down with the defensive coaches the other day, and we asked them, give us a few key points for today's game. And the first thing out of their mouth, Mike, what was it? It was, we got to get off the field on 3rd down. Well, here we are in the 2nd half, and they've done just that. And right now, this offense has no answers on 3rd down.
That is caught! And he's going to pick up the Cowboys' 1st down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be. Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 3. They'll throw again, Dak. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. They get 22 yards there. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Cowboy 1st down.
Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
He was brought down at the 13.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And nice work there after the catch. He was a little short of the 1st down after a gain of 7. Now a 3rd and 2. Now Prescott. That one broken up and is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up 4th down.
He's practiced these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete.
And they'll get into the end zone for the first time tonight. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Dallas.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He gets it to go. Cowboys are able to cut into the deficit.
Cowboys 7.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. And he's turned a number of those into big plays. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Williams on the stop. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
Second down, they need 7. Hurts gonna keep it on the option. And he is all the way down near the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 40.
So it's a win here for the Eagles. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game. Ride that to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.